to explain how this process worked, we had M-cherry and NRC. We then used our restrictive enzymes, which were explained previously in the last presentation, of how they cut at very specific sequences in the plasmid. So we wanted to take out NRC, which is as seen there. We used a 1:3 ratio for vector to insert, and what happened was that those under Jamie attempted this procedure. What happened was that once sent out for sequencing, once the plasmids that were sampled from this were purified and sent out for sequencing, they still contained NRC across all of the sequences, and that was not what we wanted, as SNACE did not exist in any of those samples. Following this, using the same colonies that Dr. Jamie made using that procedure, we attempted 3 more samples of plasmid, and we sent them out for sequencing as well using the same process. However, all of these samples came back with this sequence, which can be seen as M-cherry, with highlighted in the red, and NRC highlighted in the yellow. SNACE does not exist in any of the samples that we collected.
So one of our first steps of our project was kind of test the effectiveness of our reagents, which were nutrition enzymes, because Dr. Jamie was using like old enzymes. We weren't sure if that was the reason why the excision of the NRC wasn't happening. So we tested it out with just one enzyme, ND1 and XOHO1. And we also tried it with both, and we had none under control. And we noticed that when we had both, we had a light band around 350, and that's that excised NRC, which is a good thing. So we decided to go with both because like we didn't want NRC from our fluorescent protein.
So now that we have NRC excised, now we can move forward with ligating SNACE onto our vector, which is just M-cherry or EGFP isolated from any NRC. This would, now since we knew that 1:3 ratio would not work for vector to insert, we were going to try a 1:5 ratio for EGFP and a 1:10 ratio for M-cherry, just to figure out if the changing of the ratio as a variable could lead to more successful results.
For our gel extraction, first we imaged the gel through an imager. Then we have our pictures right there at the top, as you can see. Then we cut out the gel slices using a UV light, which we had to wear goggles for protection, because if you look at a UV light, like a real one, it's exactly like if you look at the sun and it can damage your eyes. That's what it looks like cut out. And we weighed the tubes pre and post weigh, so pre without it, pre